Hi, everybody. So this is my really crummy camera, um, and I'm in a new location. And I thought I would just I've been thinking about giving this little update for a long time, but to sum it all up, where I've been is we moved just across town, and we bought a fixer-upper. So we're living in another location while we do the fixer-upper, and it's taking longer and it's more involved, and it's a huge process. But anyway, I've had a few little inquiries from some of you, like, "Are you okay?" And yeah, I figured something was up, and so I've just been wanting to just touch in and say hi. And also talk a little bit about some insights I've been having and the current energies and yada yada. The very first thing that I want to say is one of the things that the cards do is that they can bring you a tremendous sense of validation for where you're at and what you're going through. And often that will not come until closer to the end of your 52-day period. So my 52-day period this past couple of months, basically since my birthday in early August, my entire Mercury period, I've been really, really depressed. I've been unable to figure out why. I've been unable to do the things that normally bring me a sense of joy and deep connectedness and yada yada. And finally, towards the end of that period, it ended on September 27th. Toward the end of that period, I was getting an acupuncture treatment. Oh, I just figured something out. I had the King of Diamonds, and I had a plethora of health concerns, and I'm extremely healthy, and I just I've never dealt with that. And I had a lot of stuff come up, and I'm like, oh, the karma card is the Seven of Spades, which is also my new 52-day card now, but it's got a much different overcoming energy. So anyway, I figured out close to the end of that period, I was laying getting acupuncture, and I haven't really been thinking with the filter of the cards. And I was like, what do I do with all this time? Because it was like 45 minutes. So I was like, well, I know I have the King of Diamonds right now, so I might as well do a little analysis. Nothing came to me cognitively as I went through each card, and I actually did the Ascension Pure Spread version of that. So I would say my Moon card was the Ace of Spades, my Mercury is the Queen of Diamonds, and then Jack 10, 9, 8 of Diamonds moving through the hand. And somehow when I got to the end of it, it was more like a heart cognitive than brain cognitive. I had a sudden breakthrough sense of, like, I just started crying. And I had a sense of validation that, okay, the writing's about to begin. Okay, just a few minutes. We have to move a giant washing machine. Anyway, I had such a sense of validation on a soul level that there was a purpose to what I was going through. I also have been going to an Enneagram class, which is that's so much fun. And people were saying, well, they're calling whatever your filter is a trance, and with the card system, the same thing applies. What is your filter, the lens through which you look at everything? Kind of like if all you have is a hammer, you tend to see nails everywhere. Um, and the first thing out of my mouth was, well, suffering. Suffering is the most effective thing to bring someone out of a trance and to begin to question the way they're thinking. And so suddenly I burst out crying in a very quiet, private way. I was like, oh, I've been reaching out to God during this time of depression on a very, very regular basis. And so I just want to pass that on to everybody to say, wherever you are in your 52-day period, if you're experiencing a particularly frustrating, and energies are just really weird lately, they're just weird. So if you're really struggling with something, number one, you just remind yourself that there's a purpose and that you are doing better with those challenges than you could possibly imagine. Sometimes the point is to be depressed. Sometimes the point is to have nothing to grab onto. Sometimes the point is just to be completely disoriented. and not know how to fix your situation. So just waking up every morning and existing in that place is purposeful and it's developmental. So I would just encourage you to just remember that, think about that, affirm that, even if you can't feel it. And I would also say there's a really good chance that the closer you get to the end of that 52-day period, the closer you are to having insight about what it's been about. And sometimes an analysis of the cards will help, and sometimes it doesn't because you're just in it. You just have to be in it. But on the 27th, I didn't even know it was the 27th. And I had a conversation with a dear friend who used to work in hospice. So I would think of her as a midwife for the dying. And it's like she reached into my dark, murky forest and just helped birth me out of that. And I was like, wow, today I feel like I'm turning a corner. And it turns out I really have. I've been discovering all different kinds of modalities that can help me with my situation, and I just feel so much lighter. I'm like, "Ah, thank God I'm out of that period." It just felt endless. So, I hope I get back and do more videos soon because I have missed this so much. And, so anyway, have a really great day. Um and just keep checking in with my channel to see if I've posted anything. And feel free to email me and just hit me up. Tell me what's going on with you, questions you might have, insights you may be receiving. So, anyway, much love to you and have a wonderful day.